The All-Star teams were announced recently, and there's been a lot of talk and chatter on who should have made it, who shouldn't have made it. And today we're going to dive into my thoughts on the All-Star starters and All-Star reserves, and also the All-Star snubs. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's get it on. So about a week ago, the starters from the West and East were announced. Steph Curry, Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Zion Williamson, and Nikola Jokic from the West. In the East, we had Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and with everything that's going on with Kyrie Irving, it actually is quite interesting. Giannis and Donovan Mitchell and Jason Tatum. They were the starters. No real complaints there. No real surprises. Seeing Zion Williamson make it in, he definitely deserved it. He has missed a little bit of time, but I definitely feel like Zion definitely deserved being in the All-Star game. Don't know if he should have been a starter, but he definitely should have been in the All-Star game. No real surprises there. No real arguments in the two starting teams. Now, Kyrie Irving has just recently requested a trade from the Brooklyn Nets. How is that going to affect everything? How is that going to affect the All-Star game? I don't think it'll affect the All-Star game in too many ways, but they were the starters. Now, the reserves were also announced. We had, starting out in the West, we had Shai, we had Ja Morant, Paul George, Marketing, Jackson Jr., first-time All-Star, Marketing, first-time All-Star. Shai is also a first-time All-Star. We also had Damian Lillard and Sabonis. So what we're going to do, we're going to dive into who we believe were the snubs. We'll go out to the East All-Stars. Now, we had Julius Randle, Bam, DeMar DeRozan, Joel Embiid, Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, and first-time All-Star, fake All-Star, Tyrese Halliburton. Now, there's always going to be players who miss out. There's always going to be snubs, but for me, I feel like this year there were a few snubs who definitely should have made it in. So sit back, relax. Please drop a comment down below who you guys think the All-Star snubs were. The All-Star game always brings debate, but I'd love to know in the comment section down below what you guys think. So without further ado, we're going to get into the All-Star snubs. Before we get into the snubs, I feel like I need to express some of the picks that I really liked, and some of the picks I feel like well-deserved. We're going to start with Marketing. Larry Marketing from the Utah Jazz. He has been absolutely balling this season. Marketing has been on an absolute another level for the Utah Jazz. A big surprise packet. I really like seeing him in the All-Star game. It's great to see Shai get his first All-Star nod as well. He's been absolutely balling for OKC. If you guys watch any of the OKC games, he has just been massive. Will the Clippers regret making that trade down the line? Because he's averaging around 31 points a night, and he has been ridiculous for OKC. Really bringing them within a play-in spot. So, shout out to Shai. Shout out to also Louis Marketing. Jackson Jr. as well, first-time All-Star. He did miss a hell of a lot of games. So, it's pretty good to see a first-time All-Star in there. But, do the NBA need to change the rules on how many games you've played? Let's move into my All-Star snubs. Now, I've just put a list of players, a big list of players. Massive shout to be a snub. These are all the players on the list right now. You've got De'Aaron Fox, Devin Booker, Darius Garland, Jalen Brunson, CJ McCollum. Now, I'm just going to pick, I'd say 3 or 4 players who I feel like definitely should have made the All-Star game and should be injury replacements if there is that potential for them to be injury replacements. But this is a big list of players. Some players, like I said, will miss out. Some players will not be able to feature in the All-Star game. So these are just some of the players, some of the names who definitely should have and could have been in the All-Star game. So let's go into my snubs, my top 3 to 5 snubs who I definitely feel like should be featuring in this year's All-Star game. Alright, so the first player on my list, I've got De'Aaron Fox. Oh my goodness. He's averaging 24 a night and 6 assists. The time of me recording this video, the Kings are currently the 4th seed, and no one actually picked the Kings for being a top 8 seed this year. I believe there should be 2 Sacramento players at the All-Star game. Sabonis definitely deserved it, but man, De'Aaron Fox absolutely dominating this year for the Kings. He's gone to a next level. He's taken his game to the next level. His 3-point jump shots improved. We had Trey Lyles actually post this, a teammate of De'Aaron Fox. Him posting this tweet saying it is disgraceful that they robbed Fox of an All-Star appearance. Now, some players I've seen some tweets where they've been saying maybe Paul George, who missed, I think, 18, 19 games, should have not been selected over De'Aaron Fox. I think De'Aaron Fox is a massive mishap, and he definitely should be an injury replacement if that does come. The next player on my list, I've got James Harden. Harden is averaging 21 a night with 6 rebounds and 11 assists. The Philadelphia 76ers also have the 3rd seed, and they are looking dangerous. James Harden also got support from fellow teammate Joel Embiid, who posted the disrespect towards James Harden. I actually feel like James Harden posted that, and then we had Joel Embiid also stick up for his teammate. James Harden has been balling this year. A lot of people may say that he hasn't been playing to his regular standards, but I feel like he's playing his role to an absolute T. And James Harden is definitely another player I feel like was a big snub from the All-Star game this season. Anthony Edwards from the Minnesota Timberwolves has absolutely been balling this season as well, and I feel like this was a missed opportunity for him to be a first-time All-Star. Ant is averaging around 25 a night, 6 rebounds and 4 assists, and Karl-Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert have missed quite amount of games this year for the Timberwolves, and I think they're still like the 5th or 4th seed out in the West, so Anthony Edwards has been holding it down. I feel like he definitely deserved an All-Star appearance this year, and I mean, he's taken his game to a whole new level. I think next year he'll go to around 27 a night, but I feel like there's many more years for Ant to be an All-Star. I just don't know if Paul George missing 18 games really deserves a spot over Ant and also a spot over De'Aaron Fox out in the West. I mean, them two have really held down the fort for their teams, and I mean, do they need to bring a rule in that you need to play a certain amount of games to be an All-Star? Because, I mean, Anthony Edwards, definitely a snub from this year's All-Star game. Now, they were my top 3 All-Star snubs. I was going to do 5, but man, I could go on and on all day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There are still some All-Stars I could feel like you could have swapped out. I mean, did New York get the right Nick to go? Jalen Brunson, I feel like, was a massive chance. Did Denver deserve more than 1 All-Star, considering they're the 1st seed? I mean, did Memphis deserve 2 All-Stars? Aaron Gordon was a big chance to make the All-Star game this season. He didn't make it in. Devin Booker, definitely feel like he could have made the All-Star game. But please drop a comment down below who you guys believe were the biggest All-Star snubs. Mine were James Harden, De'Aaron Fox, and Anthony Edwards. A lot of players definitely could have made the team. Some players in the All-Star game who shouldn't be there. Like I said, I'm pretty happy with Shai. I'm happy with Marketing making the All-Star game and the All-Star teams. Drop a comment. Let me know down below who you guys believe was an All-Star snub. And, I mean, who are the injury replacements if that happens? I mean, does Fox get a go? Does Anthony Edwards go in before him? Please drop a comment. Let me know down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And I'll see you guys in the next video on the channel.